Hey all, Russ here, RVERTVDeep. Welcome. Check it out. We're heading into Clarkdale, Arizona. There's a little bonus footage from a couple weeks ago when I was filming Montezuma Castle and also Tuzagoot ancient ruins. So I figured it'd be a perfect time. We're going to go into Clarkdale, walk the streets. It's a very historic place. Also visit the world-class Copper Museum. Picture perfect weather in the mid-70s. Memorial Day's coming up pretty quick, just a few days away. Also a huge live stream, Memorial Day, May 25th. Make sure you tune in. So sit back, get ready, and the journey starts now. That road right there to the right takes you out to the Verde Canyon Railroad. I took that a year or two ago. What an epic train ride that is. Takes you way back in that canyon, miles back there. It's absolutely amazing. Cool train ride too. It's takes a few hours. Get a meal. Neat old church there on the right. This is historic Clarkdale. This was a model city way back many moons ago. Okay, I'm just gonna make a left and park. We'll walk the streets. There is a major rebuilding of this downtown area. All kinds of shops. The Copper Museum's expanding here. There's a lot happening here in this tiny little town. Laundromat there. Alright, I'm gonna park up here at the end. And let's have a little fun, take a little walk. That's a museum over there. It's an old schoolhouse. Laundromat. Then these old brick buildings. Yeah, it was a model city. There's a storyboard on this stuff. I'll find it. But they were building model track homes. That huge copper mine right up the mountain here in Jerome was the main source of employment, I guess, for all those years. Actually, part of their family, the owners of that mine, they travel the world now. They're the ones that created the Copper Museum. Yeah, see, this building here is going to be an expansion of the Copper Museum. They're estimating it's going to take them another 2 years to complete it. But you can see they're gearing up for it. Venus Art Atrium. Looks like they got old stuff in there now. That is a major remodel. I've seen a couple articles on Facebook about all this. There's already a brewery up at the end of the street here. Microbrewery. For rent. You want to rent the place? Here you go. You know, Sedona's real close. And Cottonwood. But Sedona's real close. That's very artsy type place. Pretty ritzy. But they're refacing every single building. That glass even looks brand new, doesn't it? Yep, they're working in that one too. Every single one. There's the newsstand, cocktails, packaged goods, foods. It'll be fun to come back here when it's all done. See how they really shape it up. Old movie theater, huh? Still got the ticket booth out there. Too bad the old marquee or sign wasn't up, huh? Here's that brewery up here. Food truck for the brewery. Probably keeps them from having all the kitchen inside. Fork in the road, huh? That's a good name. Boy, I can smell something good cooking in there. And there's a park up here. Walk over here a second. Feels good to be out of that van. Been doing a lot of driving. Springtime in Arizona. See, elevation up here, you're right around 5,000 feet, probably 4 or 5,000. They've totally changed this old gas station. Used to be all beat up. Now they're pouring concrete. Wonder if they'll make it maybe like a museum or something, but I think it's going to be a business. And this is all closed, it looks like. There's the bar. There's their building permits. Every single building here is under construction. 10 to 12 lounge, huh? There's a copper emblem, or that circle thing up there. I think they're just getting opened up. There's cars there. I'll show you these storyboards. This is Town Hall. They got a few little storyboards in here. What a breezeway. That'd be nice and cool in the heat. It can get hot here. Nights cool off, though, when you're up this neck of the woods. Even Sedona, you can get 100 degrees there. I'd say a big copper sundial is what's on the corner of that building. Chicago World's Fair. They don't have World's Fairs anymore, do they? Clarkdale. See, this is going to be a model city. Way back in, what, the 40s or 50s? All the homes were built alike. Look at that. They even got the blueprints. Track homes. And some of the history of the mining. Postcards. Postcard pictures. I always say I'd make a good postcard picture. They're showing some of the old buildings. Big smelter from the copper mine. So those are all old postcards. Okay, down here there's a little museum. It's never open when I'm here, so we'll try again. Maybe it'll be open. Clarkdale Police Department down here. There's even a small Indian reservation. Some of the land here connected to town. Nope, not open. Never is. But they do have a little museum. Ooh, maybe we'll see the train. Here's a little bit more history. Copper yields 600 million. Beginning of the end, 1962. Wow, that's a long time ago they shut down the copper mill. Or mines. I thought they were still mining it. Stories of Clarkdale. Trains coming through. More mining. Of course, Jerome right up on the mountain. That's haunted. Not this trip. I've filmed up there before. This is kind of just a little side journey here. Had a little bit of extra time. I always love to go in that copper museum. You'll see it here in just a few minutes. Construction of the smelter, just more mining history. Zoom in with the phone. There's the train. See that big black flat top mountainous spoils from all the copper mine. The train drives right between all that. When you take the train ride, it was okay. I might do it again. They feed you well. It's a bar. They got bar cars, you know, if you drink, and good food. But you're on the train. You can't get off. It goes clear out. Then they switch the engine around the other side and bring you back. I think it took Oh, good 3 hours. There's the old copper smelter, but that looks new, huh? Maybe it is still going. I don't know. And there's Jerome way up there. Jerome is such a unique place. Just them houses built right on the edge of the cliffs up there. Well, let's walk back towards that copper museum. That's what I came here to see. Pretty day, isn't it? Pretty view. Wonder what's back here. Stairway. Probably part of their police department. Wow, that's an old fence, isn't it? That is some old iron. The yellow flowers on this prickly pear. Pretty sure it's prickly pear cactus. That is beautiful. They're all flowering. That looks cool. Well, there's your postcard picture right there, huh? I didn't notice earlier, this is all flowering here too. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? I don't think that one's prickly pear. I don't know. Sure is pretty though, isn't it? Okay, here's their famous signs. Everything, and I mean everything here is made out of copper. Incredible. All the signage, everything. This is all part of a foundation from the families that owned the big copper mills and mines here. They travel the world to find these artifacts, and they bring them back here and save them right in that building. That's an old schoolhouse. The old Clarkdale High School. Oh yeah, they had a famous bank robbery here way back 1928. Ended in a big shootout. Look at the pocket watch. The bullet hit. It stopped the bullet. Boy, that's when you want to go to Vegas or buy a lotto ticket. Yeah. There's the old chase cars, getaway cars. June 21st, 1928. Clarkdale was robbed. Looks like they even got the guns they had. It all ended right here. 11:15 in the morning. What do we got? This is Historical Society, Bakery, Verde Railroad, Clarkdale Kayak Company. I think that's what's going to be in that old gas station, the Kayak Company. 10 to 12 Lounge, Brewery, but they're going to have a lot more businesses. We're kind of seeing the before of a total change of this whole community. Play a game of chess. I played a lot of years ago. Even the railings here are pure copper. You know how much that's worth? Copper's expensive. That is solid copper. And it looks like a big old vat here for distilling something. They even got copper front doors. Here's the official sign, Historic Clarkdale. 1912-2012 for the Centennial of Arizona. Well, what do you say? Let's go on in.
Excuse me, I'm just taking a picture.
It's so shiny too. They got to put something on it after they polish it, because that would just tarnish out. Just anything, everything copper you can think of from all over the world. Right here in this tiny little town in Arizona. Go figure, huh? Of course, with Jerome and the big mine here. Coins, ancient coins. I'm ancient. A copper sledgehammer. My dad always called those adjusters. Give me the adjuster. With a sledgehammer. All the shell casings that got decorated and designed. What a collection. It's just endless. I bet when they expand across the street, that's going to be spectacular. Wonder if they're just going to duplicate this stuff or keep adding the new. Hopefully new. There's an old cannon, isn't it? Creaky old floor. You can tell it's a school. All schools had squeaky floors, didn't they? Need a teapot? Wow. With those those heads. All solid copper. Bunch of pots. Look at the size of that thing. That's heavy. Everything in here is, even the ceiling panels. Solid copper. That light, copper. That little awning over the doorway, copper. The design in those panels on the ceiling too, incredible. I'm always in awe. I've been in here once or twice before and it's just totally amazing. And I'm seeing different stuff. They change this out. I think I mentioned earlier, it's a family trust. And they travel the world looking for this stuff. Pretty lucky to be this close to it. Religious crosses, beautiful candle holders, all kinds of artwork for the wall, all religious themed. And here's a copper scroll, the Dead Sea Scrolls in copper. Pretty cool, huh? Dead Sea Copper Scroll. Right here in Clarkdale. Gotta have a copper phone. Of course, I don't use phones like that no more. This collection has to be into the millions of dollars. There she is, Lady Liberty. The real one's copper. That's why it's always green. One of these years, I would love to go visit that. Trouble is, you gotta go to New York City to see it. A little bit about the high school when it was active. All the students that went through here. I believe those are molds for cakes. Could be, maybe. I'm not a baker. Bet they are, though. What a collection, huh? And everything is shiny in here. One of those copper urns for coffee. Pretty fancy. Cash register. Oh, you gotta have a copper toaster. Heck yeah. You're in a copper museum, it better be copper. And you got old deep sea diving helmet. Musical instruments, of course. Even a copper record. Boat propeller. Even firefighting nozzles, water nozzles, everything copper. You can take 250 pounds of ore so you can blow your horn. 250 pounds of ore to make an instrument. Were we in this room? No. Oh, this is the kitchen room. Heck yeah. About every pot and pan you can think of. Plus some. Yeah, they keep adding to this. This looks a lot fuller than the last time I was here a year or two ago. Old copper washing machine. More pans, big pots. Copper-faced ovens and stove. That was probably in some kind of a mansion, maybe. Now it's in a schoolhouse. Just the design. There's more molds. Those have to be baking molds. If anyone knows, help me out. Because I've been wrong once or twice a day. You can even see the hammer marks in the bottom where the where they were forming the pot. You can see the hammer marks in there. That would take some patience, pounding out copper like that. Cool old stove, isn't it? I think we got one more room. Oh, the glassware. That is beautiful. Takes metal to get the color into the glass, I believe. Absolutely gorgeous. I'd say this is the beer drinking room. They're drinking big beers. Big old pitchers and steins and everything in there. Yeah, all that glassware. Blues, reds. Almost like a gold color to it, too. Yeah, we'll call this the beer drinking room. With all the pitchers and steins and everything. Probably wine, too. Wineries would have all this stuff, wouldn't they? Vineyards, well, vineyards and harvesting. Here's the wine room. The other one is the beer room, so now we got the wine room. So well done. I would have to put this on the top of my list for unique museums. There's not much around here that would equal something like this. There's a small fee to get in. It's well worth it. Keeps this stuff going, but I am very curious what they're going to do in that building across the street. Because they'll be the same people that own all this. There's a still for you. All right, everyone to the van. We're out of here. I think there's a sign on the end of the building up here for the museum. There it is. Arizona Copper Art Museum. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVERTVDeep. There you sign up for free newsletter, putting one out once a month now. All kinds of cool stuff, free downloadable puzzles, articles, pictures, and we got a merch shop. Got the Armchair Traveler Series coffee mugs, hats, shirts, Also, the heck yeah hats and shirts and mugs are out too. Once again, it's RVERTVDeep, which I appreciate it very, very much. Alright, coming up in a day or so, you're going to see a whole remodel of the van, the battery system in this thing. Just got done filming it, putting it together. You'll see that in about a day or two. Then Memorial Day, which is this coming Monday, I'll be doing a major live stream. Be sure to tune in for that. Should be right around 3 o'clock Pacific time. That's Monday the 25th. Then the end of next week, we're rolling. Pack your bags. Get ready. We're going to be gone for about 12 to 14 weeks. So bring an extra set of clothes with you. We're traveling. Journey continues. Talk soon.